All right, we are here with my man Komyar. Komyar, congratulations. Tell me what the hell you just did here tonight.
I played Traptrix.
All right, he played Lolly Turbo, but we're here at the Zeeks Tournament of Power. We've been in it for 3 months now. Komyar made it into the top 8. We played 3 rounds this evening. Komyar made it into the finals. So we've got his deck profile here. We'll go ahead and let him get on into it.
Sure. Okay. So we'll start with the Traptrix monsters. So we got. These are the one-ofs. So we got.
So put him in the center here, and then flip him around this way.
Yeah,
There you go, perfect.
Yeah.
So that way they're facing.
Sorry about that. So here are the one-ofs and the two-ofs. So we have. Let's do these two as well. So we got Vesiculo at 1. So don't really want to see this. You want to search this. It's basically a free special summon if you have a set trap. Arachnocampa is a free special summon if there's a Traptrix monster on the field, but it does Xenolock you in insects and plants. Dionea is like the worst normal to have starting because it doesn't do anything. But if you already have Traptrix in the graveyard and you have Garden up, then it's so much advantage. And then Pudica. Pudica, search the field spell, and then that gives you an extra normal. And when you special summon her, she's a banish. Special summon Dionea, it's a reset of the hole in the grave. So those are the.
Would you change anything about those ratios, or do you feel like it's pretty dialed in?
So it used to be that you would run 3 of these and 1 of the field spell, but I've been doing 2-2, and it's actually helped a lot. And pretty much everybody who runs the deck now does 2-2 and finds success with it. So like. I also did this ratio at the regional, and it worked for me great. So
for anyone that's wondering as well, Komyar also got what place at the regional?
I got 50 something, like 56.
He got his invite from it, which was pretty sick. But Komyar's been.
Oh, I might have
because I placed 40. I think he placed 30.
Oh yeah, I did. I was actually
Look at
top
how
40.
He's being right now. He made 30-something plays. What a savage.
Thank you. So then we have the 3 ofs. 3 Murmello, and I know I'm terrible with this. 3 Murmello and 3 Mantis.
Perfect.
So Mantis is basically a guaranteed, if she doesn't get interrupted, she's a guaranteed Sarah and a set trap. Murmello is basically the one I want to see with a trap, because then that gets me into my whole combo.
She's been good since tap format.
Yes, very, very much so. And the special summon from the graveyard, or just special summoning her, pops a trap. I, against Tyson, in one turn, I activated her 4 times.
Holy shit.
It's really funny. I'll get into that really quick after that. So, but yeah, those are those. Oh, and Mantis' second effect came up once, where basically she can reset a hole. And what I could do is, if I don't have Holatea set, I can activate her while I have Sarah, and then I can set Holatea from deck, and then just go through the plays that way. So it's really nice.
So for anyone that does not read, not once per turn, which means he abused the shit out of that girl.
Yeah, it's fun. Let's see what we got here. Okay, you got the 2 gardens. Gives you the extra normal. And gives you a special summon off of a Nibiru token if you want to. You basically banish a monster on your field, and you can special summon from hand or a graveyard. I actually did do that twice. I banished the Nib token and then summoned the Traptrix monster.
Nibiru who?
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. It's funny. I didn't summon Rafflesia once these entire 3 games because I didn't feel the need to. And as long as I had this,
you heard it here first, folks. Rafflesia is not good in Traptrix. Confirmed.
Yeah, unfortunate.
It's overrated.
Yeah, let's see what we got here. Then we got the hole traps. So we have 3 Holatea. We have the Gravediggers at 2. The Traptrix Shrapple Nightmare, and the Floodgate. This is the ratio that I've been going with for the most part. The only difference when I was at the regional is I had this in the side and 2 Floodgates. Based off the deck.
This card's insane in the main. It's been working very well for you, has it not?
Yes, it is insane. It's been a time card. I've beat people
2,000 life points ain't cheap.
Yeah, it is not, and it's crazy because like if it's from the hand, it keeps it in the hand, so it ends up clogging up a lot of scenarios for people. And if you banish something from graveyard, it's a wasted activation. Floodgate's Floodgate. It's like a permanent Book of Moon, and then this is your negate and destroy of a special summon monster that activates an effect. And Holotea is like engine by itself.
Holotea is like truly, I would say, like I don't know if I would say the best card in your main deck, but it's got to be one of the top 2 cards in your main deck. I would say for what it facilitates.
In the main deck, between this and probably Murmello, it's one of the best cards in the deck. So and obviously there was one game against Tyson where he really made me grind, and I got all 3 of these in the graveyard. Yeah, and I had to use all 3.
That's crazy.
So those are those. Then we'll get into the hand traps. So let me make sure I got all these. Yeah, is that all of them? Yes. So we got triple nib, triple shifter, triple ash blossom, and of course triple imperm. So imperm is engine for this deck. So regardless if I use it as its trap is intended or I set it, this is an activation for Sarah. All the traps are activations for Sarah. This card is like...
You can activate at any point in time, whenever, wherever. As long as your opponent has a monster out, you can chain or trigger your
Exactly. And if I need to, I can pitch it with Holotea. So again, it works in engine in every capacity. So no matter if I draw it or I start with it, it's great. Shifter is Shifter. Traptrix is a deck that cannot function in the current meta without Shifter. Otherwise, it's just like another
I feel
bad
like there's
rogue
a few
deck.
tier 3 decks that are in that exact same category.
Exactly.
And just needs it to be able to compete.
And the thing is, there are hands where activating this is actually bad for me. So what I can end up doing is a full combo, and then using Holotea to remove a Traptrix monster from the graveyard. I can then activate Shifter on their turn. Funny enough, I don't think I activated Shifter at all this whole time. I just didn't draw it, so it sucks, but I wouldn't take it out. Ash Blossom, shout outs to MBT, Murder Your Darlings. I didn't think anybody was going to be playing Fire King Snake Eyes, and the one person I know who does didn't make it in. So Ash is a good card. It is sacky, just going in 1, and if a deck ends up just kind of popping off after that, whatever. But I had 2 of these in hand against Michael, and I actually ashed his Branded Fusion twice in a row. So really, really great. So that worked out for me. And then Nibiru. I think I only resolved it once. I used it to bait out an interaction from Tyson, and I could have extended from there, but I just messed up. But Nib's nice, especially with the next few cards I'll show you. So it's not necessarily dead in hand for me. And against all these decks, honestly, I probably would have swapped it out for maybe Droll, maybe some other impactful hand trap, like maybe Ghost Bell, but it's fine. Now for all of the non-engine, so this is new, 3 Kashtira Fenrir, 3 Super Poly, and Called by the Grave.
He said, I'm going to break your board real quick.
Yes, so I could have beaten Tyson game 1. I had this in hand with the Super Poly, and I Super Poly'd first, because I wasn't thinking. I shouldn't have done that. So I should have summoned this, then Super Poly'd, and it would be great. So maybe I would have been first, but that's fine. This worked out really well. Super Poly, just as a threat, was really nice. And I even got in a situation against Voiceless Voice where I had a Holotea and a Super Poly set, and he Cosmic the Super Poly, and it didn't matter to me because I had Ash in hand, and it just allowed me to continue playing because he had all non-engine. Again, these are all new. I really like what Fenrir does, just being able to add more fodder to the hand, and Super Poly just kind of goes pretty well for certain decks in this format. Against Voiceless Voice, I didn't realize that they can just reestablish the board
With the ritual spell.
with the ritual spell in the grave.
Yeah, buddy.
But
Do that against Cage.
I didn't, because he didn't summon enough things on the field for me to ever get to that point.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I would have learned the hard way, but thankfully it didn't come up. So, but yeah, I really liked what I did here, and then Called by the Grave, that just kind of helped me.
Still Called by the Grave.
Yeah, the nice thing though is that if I have the Traptrix XYZ Pingicula on the field, I can actually use this to then attach whatever I banish as material.
Oh,
so
it's a cheeky interaction.
Yes, it's a pretty interesting interaction. I didn't really use it for that, and I attempted it once, but I forgot I had anti-spell, so I couldn't use it.
How many cards are in the main deck?
40 cards in the main deck.
40 cards.
I'll go for the. Should I go the side deck or the?
Extra school.
Okay. So for extra, your targets for Super Poly, Garura, and Mud Dragon. Again, I didn't really. I think I only resolved it once, and it was with Garura, which is nice just to have a body. And then I did resolve its graveyard effect to draw a card, and that actually helped me out quite a bit. And Mud Dragon, if I were to summon it in situations where I'm just trying to go combo off with Traptrix, this is perfect because it insulates them from destruction. And obviously, I want to be able to keep those girls on the board so I can make my plays. So that's that. Rafflesia, Almaris, and Ping are the main XYZ Traptrix monsters. Again, I didn't summon Rafflesia at all. There were situations where I could have insulated myself from Nib, but I chose not to. But Almaris is what allowed me to have multiple activations of Murmella, and also her effect to steal a monster is nice as well. And Ping is just like a really easy please ash this. Please ash this. I would rather you ash this than ash Sarah activations. But other than that, she's just a nice beefy body, and combined with Garden, I was able to make Zeus and get myself in a pretty good situation. But that was just for my first match against Michael. So that's that. Then the non-Traptrix XYZ, we have Blaguska, we have Redoer, we have Zeus. This is a Traptrix monster. I don't care what anybody says. This is a Traptrix monster because of Holotea. It's always going to have a trap material on it, and when it sends all that stuff to grave, then Holotea is live, and I can special summon something. So again, that's where Murmello comes up, Pudica comes up, etc. Baguska, Traptrix can run into issues where you don't have enough good normals, or you don't have enough bodies to make anything good.
Sometimes you got to stall for a turn or two.
Exactly, and it's perfect for this because when it detaches the material, then that Holotea that I probably have under it becomes live.
Switch it to attack mode, beat over something, Zeus.
Exactly.
And Zeus the board and set up all the traps.
Yeah, and for the one time I was able to use Zeus, I had Garden and Zeus only, and it was against Branded Chimera, and they had a Bespent Mirror Jade and some monsters. They activate Chimera Fusion, and I activated Zeus. So I didn't care if it blew up Zeus because I had a full hand of normals and Garden to follow up from there. So it worked out really well. Wouldn't really change anything for these. I did previously have the Ptolemaeus package, which is basically it's Stellar Knight Ptolemaeus, Constellar Diamond, and Durandal, and it's basically just for like an Omni Negate, a Hand Loop, and anti-branded. Now for the links, Triple Sarah. This makes sense because of the next few cards, but Sarah's like the best card in the entire deck. Don't have to explain Sarah. It's great. Yeah. Then we got your Adipus, which is that's push for game. And then, these are pretty much like you need this to win games because this puts your Pingicula at 3,500 attack. Very, it's necessary, and it's a pop. And then the remaining extra deck cards, you have Goddess, SP Little Knight, and IP Mask. This is new, obviously to summon out Little Knight. SP Little Knight with Pingicula again. Anything that banishes, really nice. I didn't summon Goddess once. I probably could have done something else with it, but I'm happy with what I have. If I decided to change things up, I would put Pot back into the main deck and then maybe switch this up a bit. But yeah, I was happy with Little Knight. And also, even after I spend Little Knight, I either use her to make Adipus or I banish her with Garden and just continue my plays from there. So it was very nice. Okay, and then for the side, Side Dweller came up once.
Makes sense.
But honestly, unless I have additional follow up and I'm able to summon more than one XYZ, he doesn't really come up much. I'm going to figure out something to do with that. Extra Floodgate. Because there's situations where I'm going first. I want to flood everything they got. Triple Evenly.
Makes sense.
Triple Anti-Spell. Like, this card needs to go somewhere. Just go to hell. It needs to go to hell. And Triple Shade, this is additional activations for Sarah, manual activations, and it's just engine. It's a level 4. And then for my last 4, it's removal slash, it's basically,
Just go in second.
yeah.
Well, Cosmic's good against all the field spells, but yeah, blind second, snatch, steal, and change.
I had a situation where I had both of these and a Fenrir, and I ended up going Fenrir and then stealing their entire board and then just pushing and just won. And Cosmic came up like once or twice. It's a great card. I wouldn't replace this with like Lightning Storm or Feather Duster because the targeted removal of Banish is a lot more useful in this format, especially like say like Centurion or even Voiceless Voice. But yeah, that's my deck. Appreciate it, man.
Congratulations again. I will ask, are there any shout outs or changes? Well, here, we'll ask first. Any changes, or are you pretty happy with how the deck performed? We'll just start there.
There's quite a few changes that I do with the new Rika cards. I probably do that.
Fair enough. So stay tuned for, I guess, updated deck profiles from Komyar, but then any shout outs or any.
Shout out to the Traptrix Discord, but only the deck building parts. I don't go there outside of that. And then shout outs to Zeeks. Shout outs to Austin for being very supportive. Yep. And shout outs to everybody else that plays here. These guys are awesome and have been very welcoming, and it's been like a great year since I've been here.
Good shit, man. Congratulations.